How's everyone doing today? Happy Saturday. So the stock chart that I'm going to be taking a look at is going to be Roku. Roku had a very nasty day on Friday, down 13.5 points, almost 7% on the day. Current stock price closed at $180.41. So we know that the rotation has been coming out of tech. The triple Qs have been taking a little bit of a pounding on those NASDAQ 100 stocks. A lot of high flying growth stocks that, the stocks that we really love to trade here, especially in my Discord. By the way, if you guys are not a member of my Discord, join that Discord. That link is down in the description box below, completely free to join. Come check us out, see what we're all about. But with that being said, you got things like Amazon that pulled way in, Shopify is way down, Tesla's way down, Nvidia, huge decline, AMD, huge decline, Facebook took a nasty decline before they got that pop last week, Apple off all-time highs. So the list goes on and on and on. Roku is another stock that is a part of that list here. So the area that I was looking at on Roku to see it kind of if we held was at 189.50. And the reason why I wanted to see that, if we do go back here to December the 15th, you can see we put in this long wick here. We did lose this channel, put in this long wick. Bulls immediately bought this back up. We did have this 2-day pump here where we kind of went from 217.50 all the way to highs of 237. Fantastic trade here. I know some people caught that. And then we kind of consolidated 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, realistically about 2 trading weeks here. So what I was kind of looking at here on Roku to the top side, if the triple Qs were going to get strong, if the triple Qs were going to put in that, that leg higher coming into 2022, what I really wanted to see here is this 241, 242 level. I wanted to see this consolidation get taken out, and I wanted to see a reclaim of this 50-day moving average. Right now, currently, we are trading underneath the 50-day moving average, the 5, the 10, the 20. So things look very bearish on Roku stock here. Not to say that we can't get a pop, but anytime we are trading below supply, meaning the big macro levels of the moving averages, especially the 20, especially the 50, any pops are going to get faded. So how you play these stocks, if you're a trader, is you waiting for those green days, those bounce days, and then you're looking for the weakness in the days to follow, and then you're going to short or buy put options and fade that back down to the downside through previous days lows. If we were able to reclaim kind of the 5, 10, 20-day moving average and then reclaim this 50-day moving average, there was a potential long trade here from around 243 all the way up to 262. This would have been a fantastic trade. We would have got a little bit of rejection here around this 266. We still do have this gap to fill up to 276. So that's something for the future when this wants to turn around to keep your eyes on. But kind of looking at this level here that we lost, this 189.50. As soon as we lost this level on Friday, we had a nasty slide. 178.61 was the lows. So really, where is the next support? We have to go all the way to the weekly time frame here, the weekly chart, and we have to look at this 200-day moving average. This 200 moving average at around 170, I think, is going to be the area where we potentially are thinking about bouncing Roku, just due to the fact that if we look at this, I'm going to draw a trend line here and it's going to be red. If we look at this 200-day moving average, okay, and I draw this trend line here, and we go all the way back to October and November, okay, over a year ago. This was acting as previous resistance. Okay, so finally, when Roku finally broke out over that area, and we're talking about August 24th, September, realistically getting into November, of over a year ago. So we're looking at October, September, November of 2020, right, is when we broke out. And we're looking at October, November, December of 19 is that when it was acting as resistance. So when we got this breakout in 2020, big breakout, and obviously we know everything just went on a massive run here. As we get into 2021, we put in these all-time highs here, another breakout at 364.66, all the way to highs of 490, This is going, I'm going to put a trend line up here. This is going to be a double top. You can see we kind of came up here and tagged this 480, 485, 491 level 2 times, and then we were rejected. You know, and if we kind of look at it ever since around July, August, we've just been selling off consistently. This has been a heavily shorted stock, kind of just a safe hedge if the market was going to go lower, which it has. This stock kind of never really rallied, came all the way down here. So the next level that we need to be looking at is going back to previous resistance of almost 2 years ago at $170. I think that if Roku gets down into this $170, this is going to be a potential loading zone. If we do lose this $170, 169, then all bets are off. We need to get out of this trade and then reassess to see the next level of support that we could potentially come down to. And realistically, if we do lose that 170 mark, it looks like we're going to have support right around this $100 to $95 area. So that's definitely not something that you're going to want to see. What I'm personally wanting to see here is this 170 level hold. So I want to see it come down here, give us a little bit of bounce back up into this 200, and then potentially come back down to this 189 or 170. And then as soon as we successfully back test this for the first time and able to bounce and clear out these new highs, recent highs, and move forward, this is the loading zone that we're going to want to be in Roku for the long time. Between 170 and around 189, 200, I think that's going to be a great entry if we do start to, you know, trend in the right direction going back up to the upside in 2022. However, if we do come down to 170, lose this whole zone here, and then come back up to 170 or even 189, get rejected, and if we do roll through this 170 again, this is going to be a potential short position, and you're just going to basically stay short as long as we are trading below $170. So guys, if you want more information like this, join my Discord. Like I said, completely free to join. I also do have a paid section in there where I do daily watch lists on stocks that I'm actively day trading and scalping. And I do have a website, evolutiontraders.com, where you can get some more information on that. But you know, just kind of giving us a macro picture here. So for investors, long-term swing traders, what we want to see is we want to leave Roku alone until we come down to 170. Okay. When we come down into 170, we want to see a bounce, and then we want to see us clear out that 189. And then if we do pull back, we want to be able to hold that 170. Okay. As long as we don't dip below 170, we're going to stay in the trade, and we're just going to kind of ride this thing higher. Now, if we lose 170 and we do get a bounce and we get rejected between 170 and 189, and then we start to roll back over, there's a possible short position, because we know that we've held this area 1-2 times, however many times that we're going to hold it. And if we cannot, you know, stay above and we get rejected, and then we start to roll through 170, well, then we can potentially get short, because we have a lot of room all the way to the downside. And that downside is going to be somewhere in this vicinity here around this 100 to 125, even $95 zone. So this is a big area down on Roku, especially if you're someone who wants to see these stocks rally in 2022. It's already been beaten down enough, you know, but what is ever enough, right? We can never predict the market. So either this is going to continue on the downward spiral, or we're going to find some support and start bouncing back up. Hopefully it's back to the upside, because everyone's a lot more happier when things are going up versus going down. So I hope that kind of helps, and I will see you guys all in the next video.